Let's go! What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Super Barber Samson, with another banging video today. Hey, check this out. I want to talk to you about kids' haircuts. Now, how much should you charge for a kid's haircut? This is one of the biggest questions in the barber industry. A lot of barbers I know get so frustrated because they are cutting a kid's haircut and the kid is it's harder to cut a kid's haircut than an adult. Number one, most kids, and I'm talking about at this age, especially like at 2 years old, the year and that, barely 2 years old, almost 2 years old, I don't cut any kids' hair if they are not 2 years old. And let me give you the reason why. There's no specific reason of a kid getting a haircut if they're before 2 that they will have some type of stuttering disease or start stuttering. That's what a lot of parents are told. They say, well, I can't get his haircut because the clipper is going to start making him stutter. There's no proof of that. But here's why I don't. I don't is because I feel like a child's scalp, their forehead, their skin is not ready for that type of abrasive, irritating machines on their head. So I just feel like they're just not ready for it. So I personally don't cut their hair before the age of 2. That's my rule of thumb. Now you could take your kid up the street, down the block, whatever, but the child must be at least 2 years old. In some cases, there have been few cases that a child, if he's been already getting his hair cut before the age of 2, such as this client that I have in a chair, this young boy that I have in a chair right now, he's been getting his hair before the age of 2. So how much should I charge? How much should I charge a kid at the age of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years old? How much should I charge? What is the going rate for a kid's haircut? Well, number one, it depends on where you're at in this great United States. It depends on what neighborhood you're at, and it depends on who you are and who do you view yourself to be as a valued barber. Now, I know some barbers who absolutely don't cut no kids at all. No exceptions at all. I don't care if they come and they sit still. I don't care if the parents are willing to pay extra. Some barbers that I know don't cut no kids at all. Well, let me tell you why and how you should charge them. I charge every child as an adult. Now, when we do walk-ins at the shop, I charge them walk-in prices. So the kids' cuts would normally get, for the first time that I cut them, they are going to get a walk-in price. If they come a second time, I normally don't do them as a walk-in. Okay? So here's what normally happens. The dad ends up coming and sitting in my chair. He gets a haircut. Then he says, hey, well, I'm going to bring my son back. And I said, okay, well, you're going to have to book an appointment. Well, can I just be a walk-in? Well, if they come in for the walk-in, for the first time for the walk-in, they get the walk-in price the first time. After that, going forward, you have to book online. So when they book online, my prices are online. And they will make a choice at that time if they would want to come and get a haircut with me or not. They don't have to, but they could. Okay, so the reason I charge the same prices as an adult is, number one reason is because the value of my time. My time worth 30 minutes, my time worth an hour, my time worth 2 hours, my time worth 3 hours. And let me tell you why I do this. I do this simply because most times, like when someone asks me, hey, I need you to cut, say for example, this weekend I did a whole wedding. We did 9 haircuts. So I charge the groom who booked me, I charge him one bulk rate, right? One bulk rate for all of the 9 haircuts. And I had another barber with me. He was on my bus, and I paid that barber who was with me on the bus generously. Okay, and so I charge him per hour. I didn't charge him per haircut. The reason I do that is because it's my value time, right? And so they may be tripping because they may be saying like, well, how much do you charge per hour? I charge a lot per hour because now I'm on the road. But if I'm in the shop, I still value my time. My time is more important than anything, because if I'm gonna be cutting a kid's hair, which would take probably longer than cutting adult hair, right? Or the same time at least, right? It's going to still take away my time, right? And most times, most parents, they do not want to pay the same price as an adult because they think a child has a smaller head. So why should I pay? So what I simply do is I just charge them the same price. And I don't have no problems with it. I don't have no issues with it. Most parents are okay with it because they know they're getting a value barber cutting their child's hair. So I never really have an issue with it, except for people who don't like to pay for haircuts or pay the price that whatever your value is. So that's what I do. So guys, I just want you to know that in order for you to grow, you're going to have to look upon yourself and say, okay, I'm a value barber and nobody can take that away from me. And I'm going to charge my prices. And if somebody don't like your prices, it's okay. If you're a new barber, I know you want to cut everybody under the sun, but guess what? Eventually, you're going to get to the point where you're going to value your time. You're going to want to do things. You're going to want to be able to go to the next level. You cannot go to the next level unless you start valuing your time. Okay? So this is your boy, Super Barber Samson. So the question is, how much do I charge a child? I charge him the same as an adult, because once he sits in that chair, he's getting the same service as an adult. Hope I answered your questions on today. Until the next video, this is your boy, Super Barber Samson. Hey, do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share this video. Hey, don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.
Let's go!